8, 9, 10. Peace, everyone. Welcome to the Friday listening party. I'm Eric Leo 108, philosopher, sociologist, hip hop artist, and author. And I'm debuting my brand new track like I do every Friday. This week's track is called Clubhouse. Before we jump in, drop where you're watching from and let me know if you've read the blog post at Fiance.com, which got up a couple hours ago. Check out the store. I could really use your support. If you hear something in the track that hits you, type it in the comments. Let's go bar for bar today. I'm going to give an update, then read the blog post, then we'll listen to the song, then I'll do a lyrical breakdown of the track. Let's get started. Who made the beat? Raini Beats did. Who produced the track? I did. Who does it feature? I carry the whole thing. Is it Cosmic Love? Not that I can tell. Announcements. So the book we're promoting today is The Myth of the Sun. Last week's track was Author, where I go through all my books. Myth of the Sun is a history of God and an exploration of system intelligence. It's the third book in the lineage of celestial consciousness that I draw from 108, The Story of Discovering Earth's Consciousness, my very first book, Cosmic Love, how Earth may be using artists to speak, and then The Myth of the Sun, God, the cosmos, and what worship really means. So, yeah, that's the book. Join my school community if you want to see behind the scenes stuff for like the music. The blog ecosystem is coming along well. I don't know if I'm going to continue releasing every week on the socioeconomic market. I don't know. Independent hip hop is doing good. Psychosocial philosopher is doing good, and sociology of love is doing good. Nouveau economics was having a run there for a little bit, but just like socioeconomic market. But yeah, content. I haven't been doing content. Yeah. I like running out of steam to do content. I still want to do like songs. I still might release every Tuesday with a Cosmic Love response, but I think it's just going to be the vocals up to SoundCloud and Audio Mac because yeah, I don't know. We'll see. So it all comes down to money again. I don't have the money to get beats. I've thought about doing AI, but I don't want to do AI for beats. Yeah, so I don't want to do AI music in general. I can't copyright it. So if the point is if numbers are a vanity metric and the whole point is to make money, I can't protect my assets and all this stuff with AI. So it has to be a human author, which means I'll probably I should probably find a producer that does this specifically for the Cosmic Love stuff that's kind of like amorphous and can reflect people well, but I just haven't got there, you know. And yeah. So Gaia and Cosmic Love, there hasn't been any instances except for what I put in the Monday update. I got Nouveau Economics done, the book. And then I'm on chapter 7 of like 15 with technocratic. It's going to be called techno-feudalism. I would like to thank El Marquis, Destiny Beats, Finico Beats, and especially Alex of Cozy Bear Beats, Josh Owens, Ryan Anderson, and Josh Gadden. I didn't realize how important, I kind of apologize to Gaia because I didn't realize how important Nouveau Economics was. And Technocratic is it kind of pulls, there's 3 books in that lane. It's going to be Farming Humans, Technocratic, and Nouveau Economics if you really want to understand the past and present and future of the American economy, especially, if not the global economy, or what it should develop into if we're going to survive as a species through global warming. Yeah, like they're really important, so I haven't made any progress on Gaia rules, and I have like the outline. I have a big outline done for atheism in practice. And whereas I use AI to assist me on these other books, I've been writing a lot of atheism in practice, or I should say the goal is probably going to be write some of like the beginning and then parts about my personal life, and then fill in the stuff with like the logic that I'll explain to AI how to navigate, like always, and what the plot should be, what the perspective should be, all that stuff. So, it looks like it'll take me, at this rate, it's going to take me, I'll have all 4 books done by the end of the month. So this coming Monday update, I don't have to pay for all of them. And then I got So Adley put out, she does Viralish or whatever, and she put out this short that was like, hey Leo, I can get you double your views in like 5 days or less. And like it's a good price. It's a really good price, but I'll answer your question in a second. It's a really good price, but when you have nothing to run on, everything is a major decision. Thanks, America. We're back to that. Let's see. Yeah, life is pretty good for the most part. As long as you don't want to do anything of any real... You can't have a life. Besides not having a life because I can't afford it, life is pretty good. So as far as Americans go, it's pretty good because most Americans can't afford to go to the hospital or like have a car breakdown, and they're probably always on pins and needles. About being able to afford regular daily things because the oligarchy has squeezed them so much. So, as far as Americans go, I'm pretty happy. In other countries, no. We don't have community. Community is transactional. Let's put it this way. I would be a lot happier in another country. And it's because they don't treat money as the basis of all societal interaction, and then not give their citizens enough money to function in society. Yes, I see this. It's things like, I can't afford to have a family, so I don't have a girlfriend. I can't afford a house. I can't afford a new car. I can't afford like anything. Although I work all the time and run a business, and that's why I call you a piece of trash, America. And this is how you remind me all the time. Some person asks me, "Are you happy?" And then I gotta be like, "Well, relatively, no. Absolutely, yeah." You just gotta lower your expectations, America. Lower your expectations. There you go, America. Nice job. Good job. Oh, you're doing so good. Anyways, last week's release was author. I already said that. I'm pretty much uploaded until October, on the first, third, and if there's a fifth Friday of the month. Mr. Congeniality 2 is uploaded and comes out August 21st. America 2, which is actually Endure, comes out October 16th, maybe? Somewhere in there. And then primary source material, I think, comes out November 20th. Girl Talk, I gotta work on. I gotta do some. There's like a bunch of cosmic love responses I want to make, but it's all. I gotta deal with how to get beats, which is why I'm thinking about just making it over over whatever, and then just putting out the vocals, and hopefully I'll find a producer to do the cosmic love stuff later. All this takes time. Absolutely no resources. Thanks again, America. What a burden. Congratulations. You're wasting the genius of your people. Very nice. Good job. Yeah. You listen to those Republicans. You'll pay for it in about 10 years. You'll no longer be a world superpower. It's already starting to happen. Congratulations. That's what happens when you get rid of DEI and call people woke and are anti-intellectual. Anyways, let's get to... Wow, that comment put me in a bad mood. I guess I'm not in a bad mood. I'm just being realistic. And the reality of the situation is, yeah. Okay, Clubhouse, the global movement and why community support saves lives. Eric Leo's Clubhouse is a song about mutual support and belonging. Here's what the lyrics mean and how the real Clubhouse international movement is changing mental health recovery in 31 countries. Clubhouse is my 175th official release and 246th track published. The beat is by Rainy Beats and the track was self-published. This track is from the Primary Source Material album, which releases November 20th. I think that's what I said. 2026, but you can get it now from my website at finds.com/PSM for Primary Source Material. This song was released on Wednesday the 5th by accident instead of the 7th. The song is about Clubhouse, the international organization and community for those with mental illness. Clubhouse has personally been a great support system in my life for the last couple years. The track was made as a heartfelt representation of the mission of the organization and the feeling it gives you. Shout out to all the staff and members of Clubhouse. Okay, I'll read the first paragraph of the treatise basically. Clubhouse on belonging, mutual support, and global movement behind the song will be here for you when you fall. Some songs are written to impress you. Clubhouse was written to hold you. From the first line, Eric's lyrics do something that hip hop does not do often. They promise presence without conditions. We'll be there for you when you fall. We'll be there for you when you stand tall. Notice that the premise covers both directions. Most people in your life show up for one or the other. There are people who only appear when you are winning, and there are people who only appear when you are wrecked because your wreckage makes them feel useful. The lyrics reject both arguments. The commitment on offer here is the hard kind. Constancy? Is that a word? Constancy through the whole arc of the human life, the good stretches and the bad ones alike. And then comes the line that gives the whole track its spine. We see you and we know that life gets hard, so we'll treat you like you're worth it all. That is a sentence about dignity, not charity. Being seen and being treated as worthy are two different gifts, and Eric's lyrics hand over both in a single breath. If you have ever walked into a room where you were if you have ever walked into a room where you were tolerated rather than welcomed, you already understand the distance between those two things. The song closes that distance. Okay, what a Clubhouse actually is. Here's what makes Clubhouse more than a feel-good record. It is pointing at something real. A Clubhouse is not a metaphor. It is a specific accredited model of mental health recovery, and there is a worldwide organization behind it called Clubhouse International. Clubhouse International is a global nonprofit founded in 1994 dedicated to creating and growing clubhouses, community-based centers that give people living with serious mental illness and hope and the opportunity to reach their full potential. The model itself traces back further to Fountain House in New York City, but the international organization is what carries it across borders today. The mechanics matter because they map almost line for line onto the song. A clubhouse is a community-based service dedicated to supporting and empowering people living with mental illness, known as clubhouse members. No patients, no clients, members. Oh, not patients, not clients, members. The clubhouse model is a psychosocial rehabilitation approach to recovery from serious mental illness that addresses social and economic factors as part of a comprehensive community-based approach, and membership is free to anyone living with mental illness. Through this network, people find opportunities for friendship, employment, housing, education, and access to medical and psychiatric services, all in a single caring and safe environment. Now read Eric's second verse again. Community, your soul can thrive. Relax your bones, free your mind. You got us. We'll help you shine, achieve your goals. Just give it time. That is a description of exactly what Clubhouse does. Rest, community, and then patient movement toward a goal. Not a cure delivered from above. A place where you can breathe and then build. The most striking overlap is in the bridge. If you want support, then participate. That is not a throwaway couplet. That is the Clubhouse model's foundation principles stated in 9 words. In the Clubhouse structure, the design engages members in every aspect of its operation, and there is always more work to be done than the few employed staff could ever accomplish alone. The skills, talents, and creative ideas of each member are needed and encouraged every single day, which they are. This is called the work ordered day, and it is the engine of the whole thing. You are not needy in Clubhouse, you are needed. The building genuinely does not run without you. The reframe from recipient to contributor is what rebuilds confidence after a setback in a way that no amount of being told you matter ever quite manages. Okay, that's all I'm going to read for the blog post. You can find that at fiance.com/blog/clubhouse. And now, what's up, Scott? And now, this over there. Hello. At Paramore? Yeah. Let's see. Okay. Open up. Turn the page. Oh, okay. We'll be there for. So yeah, my personal. I go to Clubhouse all the time, honestly. We have one in my town. It's really been like, the people are great, the staff is great. You know, I get to be peer supports for people. What I usually do is mostly public relations with the local community, like the Chamber of Commerce or something like that. And then I do technical stuff for them, like some like Excel stuff or computer stuff, and then peer support. So there's a bunch of people that like this song from Clubhouse. So yeah, I love Clubhouse, and like I said, when it's a person asked me about, are you happy with life? The isolation is very real that people, that the mentally ill go through, and that isolation often causes you to be. There's basically chemicals in your brain that go off, or create a better situation for you. I don't know how to describe it. I'm trying to describe neurobrain plasticity and chemistry. And we're wired to connect, basically, as Malcolm Gladwell would put it, and I think his book Blink. But it's basically endorphins that get put off, and it's like dopamine. You get rewarded for social interaction, and like a lot of people that are mentally ill end up ending themselves. And this is a community to help so they don't do that. And you know, in all honesty, I wish they would bolster it, where Clubhouse would provide more opportunities. It's more local, and I need more opportunities. Like in my field is the problem, but they do provide, like, they cook and stuff like that, and I take advantage of that pretty much during the week. You know, I'm always in there talking to them, and if I have a bad day, they help me have a good day, and then I get that social interaction, so I'm not isolated. Yeah, I love Clubhouse. So I this is heartfelt when you listen to this, and this is how they'll make you feel.
We'll be there for you when you fall. We'll be there for you when you stand tall. We see you and know that life gets hard. So we'll treat you like you're worth it all.
So, although I depend on Clubhouse and it's like great for the community, again, I'm just pointing it out. America, it's transactional. Uh, like Medicaid pays for my membership. I'm pretty sure they bill them for something. Um, and that's how it should be. Like, I need these services. I deserve these services. Like, and to have like a, if the point is to have a good life, which it should be, which I'm arguing is it's not because of the oligarchy. Um, but if we're to have like people to have a good life, like this is necessary. This is very necessary. I used to be like half the reason why I work all the time is because sitting here and just makes me think about it, which makes me mad about it. And you can't be mad about something if you're distracted. So,
Welcome to Clubhouse, where you will find where we care and are kind. Who knew you could love in time? Everything is gonna be alright. Community, your soul can thrive. Relax your bones, free your mind. You got us, we'll help you shine. Achieve your goals, just give it time. Like the sun on the eastern side, confidence is on the rise. Mother Earth and Father Time will be there for you and treat you right. All we're saying is love your neighbor, let Clubhouse bring you favor. If you want support, then participate. Come on in, we know you'll love this place. We'll be there for you when you fall. We'll be there for you when you stand tall. We see you and know that life gets hard. So we'll treat you like you're worth it all.
so a lot of people think like Clubhouse is for like if you're really mentally ill. Honestly, it's not for that. Like, if you're really mentally ill, like you're gonna have to recover, and like you can come in and we'll all treat you with dignity and everything like that. But it's really for long term, like communal support. It's not to get you to the point where you're not in psychosis. You know, we need to get you out of psychosis, and then we need to make sure that you're supported and get the help you need to make sure your life is on a stable condition. And once it is, once you want to have that social interaction, that's what Clubhouse is for. People think Clubhouse is just going to fix like all the problems. They'll definitely know where the resources are. Like if you're mentally ill, go to a Clubhouse. Also go to your local CMH. In every county in America, there's a community mental health, and that's where you need to go. So, and Clubhouse will point you to the community mental health. But yeah, Clubhouse is. I mean, you need the community mental health to make sure that your mind's right, and then once your mind's right, to find a community that will make sure you stay stable. That's where Clubhouse comes in. It's not really for, because I've heard people complain about it and everything like that, but it's really not for recovery. It's for stability, and it's for community.
We'll be there for you when you fall. We'll be there for you when you stand tall. We bring a friend.
Clubhouse, bring a friend.
It's not.
Okay. Yeah, so, love you, Clubhouse, if you're here. They're honestly, in a world where I've tried to get scholarships for college and got rejected, where I've tried to get grants for my business, like multiple ones over multiple years and been rejected. Like, I am so grateful for Clubhouse, in all honesty. So if you like this song, consider donating on Fiance.com. On the blog page, there's a link to where you can find how to give or make a donation. Yeah, and I think that's going to be it. Thank you for tapping in with me. This has been the Friday listening party for Clubhouse. If you want to know behind the scenes stuff, you got to join my school community, unofficially known as Helm 108. I could really use your follow on Bandcamp, and if you would like to get this track, it's part of the primary source material, which you can find at fience.com/PSM. That's FIENSE.com/PSM for primary source material. Okay. That's it. Back to going to go work on books. Alright. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being a part of my family. You're awesome. I love you very much. And until next time, you take care, alright? Bye.